Hello, my name is Christina Sight, and I'm going to talk to you today about the 1040. If you can see that. We're going to go through, I would say, 1 to 5A. One through 5A. So 1 through 5A is going to be dependents. We're going to talk first name, last name, each child, parent, and then we're going to get into taxable interest, qualified dividends, ordinary dividends, IRA distributions. Then we're going to get into Social Security benefits. But I wanted to go to, there's something that's not showing on here that will show on as you're putting it in. Box codes. Box codes are not scheduled to go in. I hate this computer thing because it makes me look like I'm 100 years old. But taxes should not be hard. It should not be this hard to do all the time. Taxes needs to be fun while you're doing this, and the clients need to see that you're actually coexisting with them to do this. Because if you're grumpy in front of a client, where is it going to get you? Do you think that client's going to come back the next year? Nah, I don't think so. They're going to go to somebody else, and that's not what you wanted. So we're going to start with basics. Wages, salaries, tips, etc. We've already done that. So we're going to start with 1. 1 is your wages. I got pens everywhere. Bear with me. 1. Where I circled 1. 1 is your wages. That's how much that you've made in salaries, tips, whatever else you could think of. I'm nervous. 2, tax-exempt interest. Clergy, you're looking at, especially a lot of clergies, some self-employment, they've already taken their just what they needed out. Then you've got your qualified dividends, ordinary dividends, IRA distributions, pensions and annuities, Social Security benefits. Now, Social Security benefits on 5A on your 1040 is very important because you're going to get a lot of seniors who have done Social Security benefits. Like, you're going to be doing a lot of Social Security. Remember, though, there are some points on here that is not actually on the form. And again, this is a 2019 form, so I probably need to update it. But you're also going to get questions about the big one they shared. I'm writing this down as I go because I'm learning as I go. So you're going to get questions about COVID and the stimulus. Both that's going to be on that first 1040 page as you're filling it out. Did they receive that $1,400 in the stimulus? You're only going to ask the one. The other last year, this year will be the $1,400. Now the COVID, there's going to be questions about COVID in there, and that's why that tax update. There's 2 of them. Use the original update and the supplemental 2. I recommend the supplemental 2 to anybody who wants to learn it, because if you're doing taxes at home and or in an office, CPA office, any kind of like Jackson Hewitt, H&R Block, anything like that, you're going to need to know about the new guidelines for the COVID, for the PPP, protective, for COVID. There's so much new stuff added. So anyway, we're going to move on from there. And then other incomes from Schedule 1. Now, I don't have a Schedule 1 in front of me. I just went to Schedule 2. But I'll get a Schedule 1. You're going to need to look at that. There's also a Schedule 2 on here, too, that you're going to need to look at. I think I showed that too fast. I don't know if you can see Schedule 2. That one's a little bit more updated. It's 2020. But you're going to need to go to your standard deductions. Right now, it's looking like it's going to be the same as it was last year, unless the IRS changes it. And they need to do it quick so us tax pros can get our stuff together. But it's looking like it's going to stay the same. Another thing I recommend is getting a quick finder. I have an all states quick finder for every state out there, and it's for 2021. These books are not cheap. They start at $80 and go probably up to about $200, depending on how fast you want it. I got mine over the summertime, and I got it through a school connection, and I ended up paying only about $73 minus my discounts of all the books that I get. So highly recommended to get that. But the next video that I shoot, we're going to talk about tax codes, because there are so many codes that you need to put into this 1040. Line 7B, add lines 1 all the way 7A, follow it completely. Adjustments to income from Schedule 1, line 22. You will, with this new COVID and other things going on, you're going to catch yourself needing adjustments. Maybe if I scoot back a little. You will catch yourself needing adjustments. You need to follow the papers preparedly. Now I'm going to go to the second page. I'm going to go to all this stuff, which we'll be talking about last. And this computer makes me look like I'm 100 years old, so sorry. I'm at home. Don't have to look all girly. But like I said, 4A, IRA distributions. Pay very close attention to that. Because that IRA, it could be from total distributions. It could be from just IRA. Learn that. Learn the meaning of IRA. Learn what it means. Go with it. I'm going to go back to filing status for a second. The very one on top. It says single, married filing jointly, married filing separately, head of household, qualifying widower, a child but not your dependent. And that right there, the child but not your dependent, you can add there. But remember, you have dependents on here. But you want to make sure when you're filling it out in your pro work that that's actually there. Every software is different, but pretty close to the same. I'm sure you guys know what I'm saying. If you don't, ask me, and it's okay. We'll go from there. I'm hoping to get more viewers, and I'm going to bring out more stuff that we need to do to get ready for 2021. I want to say thank you guys today, and I'm sorry this thing makes me look like I'm 100 years old, but I'm going to get used to it, and it's going to be all virtual, I guess, by 2025. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in the new year. Again, my name is Christina Syke. I am a tax person, a tax advisor, a tax pro. us tax people come in many, many forms. But I know that a lot of people who are in the ITC classes did not have tutors. And if you want to ask me questions about what certain thing is, we're going to get into actually doing the scenarios too. Like if Joe was single and he made 80,000, but he didn't get a stimulus, where does he go from there? We're going to get into stuff like that too. So remember, when you're reading these scenarios and you're reading the box codes, you got to make sure they match. Everything, every detail, be very careful with what you're filling out. Due diligence. I'm not going to express that enough. Due diligence can be your best friend with everything. So anyway, peace out. Sorry I look 100 years old. I got to work on the lighting in here. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye. Thank you from Tax Tutoring School, ITC.